Warning. You are about to watch a program that is setting the standard for YouTube content. We don't charge for access, we don't sell account reviews, and we don't pass the bill to you. YouTube is free, Discord is free, and that's exactly how it should be. Time to level up.
You're watching pressure, not panic, not chaos, just pressure. Because strength doesn't need to shout to be real. Becoming confident, convinced this space should crack. That numbers and noise will be enough, and the first attacks hit the wall the way they always do. But every unit they send, every strike they commit, it isn't breaking anything, it's feeding it. You can see the moment it sets in, when confidence turns into hesitation. So they push harder, more attacks, more resources, more effort stacked on top of bad math. Fires don't start here, they start on the way out. Because this wall wasn't built for highlights, it was built for endurance. Wave after wave, the result stays the same. Because defense here isn't passive, it's patient. This is what happens when pressure meets structure, when noise meets restraint, when ego meets a wall that doesn't care. Welcome to WWC Live.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into WWC. We are back. Hey, hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. For us in the US, it was a long weekend, so we have Monday off for Memorial Day. So that was nice. A little break in the action. So tonight, let me get back. What's up, Ben? What's going on, man? Good to have you in. Tonight, what do we have? We have awesome new improvement coming that I wanted to talk about. We'll have that up for our game updates. I wanted to share that, so we'll have that going. We have some update to the game we wanted to talk about. DVA Awakening. We'll do some account reviews. We have some review with season 6 we got to get through. Some updates, some spending updates. Yeah, all the good stuff. We got a lot to get to from when we were last on. So, what up, Chick Charlie? What's going on? Buddy? One thing I did want to just get out of the way was there appeared to be, I don't know how many of you saw it, but there was a fake email going around, at least in my opinion. It looked incredibly fake. And it had like all the headquarters on it. It was like headquarters 36 through 40, and it had all the price estimations of how much it was going to be, and it got leaked from Discord or whatever, wherever it was being discussed, and all this nonsense. So I just wanted to touch on that. So I hate these rumors, I hate this nonsense. But first of all, in that screenshot, when you do see it, it'll make its way to you. It says headquarters 40. It had all the prices of oil it's going to cost for every level. It went from 35 million, 70 million, 120, 150, whatever it was. Headquarters 40 was like 180 million oil. 180 million. Now, I don't know about you, but when I do the math of how much oil I produce with level 35 oil rigs, and I average that out, it's around 323,000 a day. So it's going to take, in order just to do that headquarter 40 estimation, it would take you like 450 days or something ridiculous. I forgot what it was. I did the calculation at the time when I just felt it was a bunch of bullshit. Because how would they estimate? It would allow free to play, low spend. They would tell them that it would take them 450 days just for headquarters 40. And then that doesn't count the other headquarter levels, by the way, which were just crazy as well. It was 130 million this, 100. We're just throwing around 100 million oil like we produce it, like crazy over here. So free to play, low spend would do that. And then don't forget, we also have the building requirements for the oil that you have to upgrade to. So if you have to upgrade those, all the ones for the most part that we've been doing, hospitals, drill grounds, barracks, they all take oil, right? So to think you're going to be able to do that too, I mean, I don't know. I put this in the bullshit category of, remember we got that update and it said there was going to be a gorilla and it was going to be his new overlord and it was going to be defensive this time. Yeah, okay. I thought that was a bunch of bullshit. And I think this one is. And every once in a while, these cuckoo things come out. And maybe somebody floats them out to see the public reception on it. So I can give you a little pre-rant on that. Well, I just kind of did. Because to me, it completely screws over free-to-play, low spend. And we reverse all the good that we just got through talking about with the game for the last, I don't know, 6 weeks, 8 weeks of what's been going on around here. That's been really good with the game in regards to stuff. Just completely reverses all of it. So I tend to believe that it's a bunch of bullshit, and I will believe it until it actually is an official release, which, by the way, is all I really want to know anyways, when things become official. If OGs get it, then, okay, it's partially official, because don't forget, even when OGs get it, OGs have gotten stuff for us that have been phased out because it didn't even work for them. They're the guinea pigs. It gets phased out. So who knows if it even makes it up. So it's partially true even when they get it, because they may change it even when they send it out to the rest. Okay, that's one. That's the first rumor mill thing. The second rumor mill thing that I've been being sent was about the OG servers. By the way, I'll take this time to talk about the OG servers. They are in solitary confinement. They've served their sentence. It's okay to let them free. Please let them out. Thank you. This message brought to you by QB. Apparently, I've been told that there may be some kind of solitary confinement ending, and maybe they're going to be let out of this sentence that they've been that's been put on them. I don't know if that's true or not. I guess we'll find out in postseason when they'll finish. I have 30 days left for season 6, so they're probably about 2 weeks ahead. Maybe they have like 2 weeks. So I guess we'll find out if they end up on the same timeline as us for transfer, because that's when it's going to happen. It's going to happen when they level it out and they extend the transfers for them. So anyway, I hope for them. I will continue to spout out the good word as much as I can to let them out of solitary confinement, and I hope it happens. I hope at some point it happens for them, but we will see. We will see. All right. Get back to my here. Who's up in here? Chick Charlie, welcome in, buddy. Chicken Charlie. Flight board, what's up? Got an account review I owe you. I certainly do. I will certainly be doing that, buddy. Chicken Charlie, what I'd like to see for an update after a sleigh gets hit, it should be automatically sent back. It should be automatically sent back. What do you mean? Instead of having to wait for the full time because nobody else could hit it? Is that what you mean? Detroit, holy shit, look at this, look at this. Detroit Highway Men Fubar. Oh, hell of a name, buddy. Hell of a name you got going there. What up, buddy? Season 6 starts in 6 days for me. You're going to love it. I gotta say, we are well into season 6, 3 weeks in, and it's been fantastic. fantastic. There's so much going on, guys. It's been hard for me to do anything. You know, you got a life. I got, you got wife, you got life, you got all kinds of stuff going on. I can't even break myself off to make some videos, to get to things. It's been so busy with the season that we have so much going on. That's the good news. For all that care about the game and who care about season 6, you guys are gonna effing love it. I'm telling you, they did a great job really so far. I feel there's so many positives to take away from this season, how it's structured, how it's strategic, how the factions are separated, how they evened out the strength with the factions. They've given you so much fighting. We're 3 weeks in and people are just fighting as much as they want. And by the way, you get to pick your battles. So if you're running out of troops, maybe your alliance is picking too many battles. You can pick your battles. You know, if you're in a good server, this is also, I think this season really is going to exploit whether you are in a good server or not. Do you have a server where the top team cares about you and protects you, where they actually care to help you, you help take land, you do things, they help you out, they're concerned about how you're going to take land, protecting you, coming over. You know, there's a lot of things that can be done from a top team on your server, and if that's not being done, I think you start questioning the server you're in, which, listen, even if that's the truth, then at least you know. Transfers come up right after the season. The beautiful part about Last War is you can get out of where you are, except for an OG, unfortunately. We're trying to get you out of there, OGs. Trying. But, yeah, everybody else, take position of where you are. Are you having a good season or aren't you not? And then don't just blame the season and the developers. You know, the other thing I've been hearing is some people are circumventing the developers and trying to make handshake agreements and whatever. Cowardly. It's just cowardly. Like, play the game. The developers created a season. Play it out. Play it out. Maybe you get rewards, maybe you don't. Maybe it just exposes you for either not having a good strategy or not having a good server or not having whatever. You need to fix. Stop trying to fix it with handshake agreements and, you know, throwing other things under the bus. I'm hearing people throwing their own factions under the bus on some cases. I mean, come on, just dirty pool. We heard about that a long time ago in like season, what was it? Season 4, I think. We heard about that. I think it was 96. Got thrown under the bus. Right? So, I mean, come on, people. Play the way the season's supposed to be played, and you will enjoy it. Plus, there's a lot of personal stuff, plenty of exclusive weapons. You guys will love to hear free to play, low spend. There's a lot of different things coming out. Merit, you're going to have no problem getting that extra set of red prints if they keep the merit points the same. Fishing. The fishing is fun here and there. You can have your kids do the fishing if you want. Like there's plenty of stuff to do. Beneath the Ruins is out there. They're having fun. You still have Desert Storm, so you're still getting some valor. Some honor points here and there. Yeah, the Awakening stuff is free. When have you heard that happen? There's just so many good things going on in season 6. Honestly, it's something. If you're in season 1 or preseason or season 2, it's good positivity to something to look forward to. If you're in shitty seasons, right? Because all you've been hearing is like, oh man, that one sucks. Oh, this one sucks, or this one has a problem. So it's good for you to see it, to know that you have something positive to look forward to. And for those that are in season 5, you know to prep for it, right? You just got out of maybe a shitty season to you. You didn't like it. Things weren't going right. You got something to look forward to. Iron it out. But yeah, it's all what you make of it. But it's been a lot of fun. A lot of fun. What up, Brian? Good to have you in. How were you and Zach in the same server, but now he's in week 6 of season 6 and you're okay. Chaka runs a fake account out of an OG server. He's not really an OG. I came up in server 72. He runs like a fake account just to get content before everybody else on YouTube and rush it out so he can have like first dibs say on it, whatever. And then he, sometimes he takes that information, try to tell people. Back in the day, it meant more like you could like get information free or whatever. Now, like so many people have like fake accounts in all these OG servers who just get screenshots and messages and things. Unfortunately, the OG servers look more populated than they really are because of that. There's so many people that have just built accounts that don't even manage them anymore. They just they barely manage them to put forth the effort. And so he's really, the main account so to speak. I think he has like multiple accounts, to be honest with you. I think there's another account that he plays. I don't know. I can't keep up with any of that nonsense. I can just tell you that he's not really in that server. He's in these servers. He didn't travel backwards, just opened an account. So everybody was on the same level playing field. I was in server 72 as R4. Chaka was in server 72 as well on the same team. And then I moved to, he was in 71. I moved 71 with for Hulk. And then I moved all over the place, man, to be honest with you. I've seen some shit. I've been through some shit. I've been through it, brother. I've been through it. But no, yeah, I moved around. I've been 71, and then with 71 I came here. And happy wrestling spot. By the way, looking forward to the first time not having to use transfer tickets. I said that in 71, so let's hope we finish this season and that turns out to be true, because I'm incredibly happy in 118 with not only my team, the leadership team here, the amount of work the R4s do. And that's another thing I just want to spotlight real quick for season 6. I know I've been in R4 and R5 for the previous 5 seasons and all the servers I've been in. This is the first time I'm not in R4 and R5. And the amount of work that goes into the prior seasons and conversations is 100% true. Like, there's a lot of work you need to do. You need to conversate with a lot of teams and plan things out for your server and do different things. 100%. That goes in. This season, take that and multiply it by 3. If you want to be successful, your R4 and R5 team have to execute a strategy plan like you wouldn't believe. They have to take like their home work time off game and sit there and plan it out. They need to be on Discord calls together outside of the team, just them. They need to plan preseason. They need to plan into the season. They need to plan the open communications they need to have with so many different teams to manipulate that map and move everybody around within your faction. Now that's just your server. Then you have your faction, right? So you have 3 different other servers that are with you that need to be moved around, communicated with, know what they're doing, so everybody's on the same page. The best factions in this season will move as one, will know what each other are doing. If you're not communicating with your own faction, you're not moving with your own faction, you're not letting each other know where you're going to be or what land you're going to take, they can't protect you. Right? And then all of a sudden connecting land gets taken and packs get broken. And there's so many things that happen with communication. And that's all starts with R4 and R5, which is such an important job in prior seasons, but this season for sure. And I can tell you, I'm incredibly thankful for the leadership team that we have on 118, the job that they've done, the amount of work that they put in. That I can tell you too, by the way, R4, R5 is an incredibly thankless job when you execute the work. When you execute the work, everybody high fives and they run around and they say how great your server is. And they say, ha ha, we beat you, we got number 1. And they spend those season store rewards and they spend all these things, right? But guess what? The R4 and R5 don't even get a quarter of the credit that they deserve in order to execute the plan that was done. When it falls, they get all the blame. Everybody transfers out, they suck, they get everything. They take the shit, they transfer teams to another team on a server, say, we didn't know what was going on, blah, 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 right? Easy. R4 and R5 takes 100% of the blame and gets 25% of the credit when they win. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. Because you don't even know how much time it truly takes if they're planning it right and they're executing a winning plan. Not just a handshake agreement where everybody stares at a campfire and collects. I'm talking about actually planning against another faction that's actually planning against you in the way the developers designed a season. That takes a lot of work and a lot of effort. So hopefully you have a good team out there. If not, it will be exposed. All right. Yansky, good evening, good evening. Where can we request account review? On Discord. You can go to our Discord at discord.gg/joinwwc. That's all lowercase, by the way. It's case sensitive, I've been told. So join WWC, and you will see a channel there to request account review. Just open up a thread, put all your information, take a screenshot to your account. We do it Saturday mornings typically, except when I have all kinds of issues when I'm fighting. I found out what my issue was too. I need like 18 updates on Discord. I didn't never restarted my Discord. I need 18 updates on Discord, 17 updates on I forgot something else I was doing. I had so many updates to do, so there's no wonder my computer completely crashed out on Saturday. And thank you for Bun coming in. We're definitely going to have to reorganize Saturday mornings with Breakfast with QB a little bit. Maybe even move it to Sundays, because that time slot is fighting time. And as you guys know, YouTube for me, I love doing it. I love helping. I love getting the community together. Love all of this. But always my team and my server will be first. Everything when it comes down to fighting and playing this game, it comes down to that will be first. And I will share the experiences afterwards with you. But unfortunately, sometimes I am on Discord chat and the volume's not there, and it's just not a great listening or viewing experience, I'm sure, to hear silence. So thank you to Bun for popping in and coming on the stream. As always, she's fantastic. Not only with the Discord, but also popping in on the YouTube lives. So thank you for that. What do you got, Stelly? QB, welcome in, by the way. Hey, QB, I'm now in a lower alliance. Should I go to a higher ally? We will start next week, Season 6. I mean, do I have an advantage for being in a higher ally except for seasonal rewards? Yes, 100%. 100% you have an advantage of being in a higher alliance in Season 6. Yeah, there's a ton of fighting that's going on, and with weaker alliance is exposed very easily without proper help, and even then they need packs to help them. So you're going to go through troops very fast. It's very hard, even for tough, like big alliances, to protect everybody. It's so hard. It's so hard to do in teaming up. So I would say 100%. It's probably a better experience in being in a stronger alliance. For that reason, if you're incredibly active, by the way, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you want to be there anyway? But there's a lot of, we talked about it last time, actually. There's a lot of benefits to these other alliances. It's not only that alliances are necessarily like weaker alliances, even that are smaller. There's second, third teams on servers that are very strong. Oftentimes they're teams from, like European teams, or, maybe like you have an Asian team or something in different time frames. And that's the benefit of having people who are within your same time zone, so you can run things like alliance exercises, canyon storms and desert storms and different things like that, where everybody can attend around the same time. Not to say that they can't mix in on any other team. It's just that's why some people build it, and I think it's a misnomer that, just because they're the second team on the server, they're completely weak or something. No, there could be other reasons why they have a second team, or they had a third team on the server that they were building that way. So. But I do think, yeah, you would be better off, Stelly, on the first team. You'll find yourself killing the Doom elites a lot faster. You'll be able to get the rewards a little bit faster and claiming land. They're there to help you kill the Doom elites. They're there to help you move your factories faster. You move your factories faster. Ultimately, you'll be able to do your totems quicker. You'll be able to get your protectors faster. You'll get your probably get some of the battle cards faster for your tactic cards. My guess is you'll get a little bit more merit for being on that top team in going forward. So there's definitely some advantages to being on the top team. So you're also not at another team's mercy, because to be honest with you, if your number one team doesn't want to help you, you're kind of at their mercy. Like, you can't do it yourself. You need other people's help. So. All right, Brian, what do you got? Season 4, we had an alliance make a backdoor. I hate it already. I hate it. To get second place and didn't show up to any. I hate it, Brian. I've been blessed to never have a backdoor deal in any season. I never had to do it. I was straight up with another team, an alliance. I never pretended to be friends with one alliance. I've never been in an alliance to be friends with one alliance as a phony to only backstab them. Never had it happen. Plus, it's too honorable. Like, you play this game sometimes, like, I feel like, yeah, there's a cutthroat competition part to the game, but there's also part of this that nobody knows you in this game, for the most part. You start to get to know some people, maybe some text messages, phone numbers get exchanged for really good friendships that happen outside. But for the most part, you are who you are in this game, and the only thing you have is your word. And as soon as that gets broken, as soon as you backstab people and you move around, you are who you are. And this game has a long memory. And those people are on different teams spouting the gospel of what you did for a long time. You know? And, you know, my father always used to tell me, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Not about giving them another chance. It's when they show you who they are. If they're a backstabber, then just believe them. There's no need to get burned twice. And that's how, to me, this game is. So the backdoor bullshit and all that nonsense drives me up a wall because I think it's a character conflict. I don't think it has anything to do with this game. I think, well, we want to win. We just want to win. No. You're just a piece of crap. Like, you just don't have any honor. You're distrustful. And I find that hard to believe how you could be that distrustful in life, but be such a great person in reality. You would never do that to a true person outside the game, right? Bullshit. The right opportunity just hasn't presented yourself in the real world. You've already proven. If it meant to get ahead, you just need the right opportunity to stab somebody in the back. You've already proven it in this game that you're capable of doing it. So, you know, yeah, the game isn't necessarily who you are in real life, but some aspects of it, I think you've all played this game enough to see. Some things are true. Some people in some of this game shows you kind of who they are. You know, maybe not one for one, but you get hints. Australia in the house. Woo! Who's for the children? Always good to have you, buddy. Glad you're in. VWA, what you got? Hi, QB. I am 72 million. Hey, yo, nobody likes a bragger. First squad, 5 weeks before season 6. Damn, he's strong. Should I keep growing or stop to make sure I am blue seat for next transfer window? Well. It depends there, Viwala. How bad do you want out of your server? I mean, if you're miserable and you want out of your server, then yeah, stop now, immediately. I mean, if you really want out, like if you don't like where you are and, you know, you're strong enough, like here's the thing. It's willpower, Viwala. All you need to do is put everything in your inventory and not open it, right? So you sit there in your inventory and you let it cook and your power is still there. Buy things like you normally would. If you're a spender, keep buying for the next, 2 months, 3 months. It's willpower. All that stuff keeps building up in your inventory, building. But if you don't open it, it's not real power. So just let it build and build. The power will be there. You just have to wait. Once you get to your new server, all of a sudden you open everything up and you're going to pop and be just as strong as you would all along. I will tell you this. I will give you a warning sign though. It takes a certain amount of willpower to get beat by people in this game, knowing that if you open up that inventory, you win those battles. It's a pill that you better be ready to swallow. You have to just be ready to swallow that pill. If you can't, then don't go through the misery of a month not knowing your character makeup of what you can take and what you can't take. If you're ultimately going to get pushed enough to open up that inventory, then just do it, man. There's no sense in suffering, because it is. There is a bit of suffering to that you got to get through. So it's really up to how bad you want out of your server or how bad you want in that blue seat. One last thing I'll leave you with there, Viwala, for advice. Low purples are very, very difficult to find a home for unless you know somebody and you're traveling with a group. Low purples are the only thing worse than a low purple is a low gold. Low purples are rough. Very rough to find another home. So take that for what you will. That's my last advice for you. Deli, what's up? Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Elroy, is it a mistake or a profound disadvantage to stay in a deadish server if you like your peeps and the other few groups there? It depends on what you want to get out of it, man. I've said this a while. The people that are in dead servers want to be there. People hate to hear that. People are they want to control this game so much that they're like, you're a dead server. You're bad for the game. Get them out of there. Merge them. Listen, the truth is there's transfer tickets. Anybody who wants to really leave can leave. You guys can leave too. If you want to stay there, you like your peeps, that's fine. But you can travel in packs. You can travel, half can go this season and the other half can go that season. People have done it over and over and over again. If you really want out, that's the way to do it. You make a deal with whatever server you're transferring to and you get 2 sets of transfers for those people and you. They travel to a different server for the time being. You travel to this server for the time being. They may be transferred to somebody that they actually like it better where they are. You don't know. You don't know until you actually move. It's one of those things, like people who never leave where they grow up. in the world, because they're around their family, they whatever. There's a million different reasons why you don't leave. And the people that do leave find out, holy shit, some of them get homesick and they move right back. Others are like, holy shit, I can't believe what I was missing. I'll go visit my home. I can't believe this is great. So it depends, right? Once you leave your home, you don't know, my man. But I will tell you, also, there's a couple quicker things that are an advantage to staying where you are. You can win things in event a lot easier, right? When they have those contests and stuff where everybody and you're in a big spenderville, you never get the win. Where you can get, you know, like different things like chat boxes. You're never going to win a chat box. Like 118, unless you spend buku bucks, you're never going to win a chat box. No, I mean, it's never going to happen. It's so much money, it's ridiculous. You don't want to know how much money it is to get a chat box in an expensive server. Not just 118, by the way. In any expensive server you want to talk about. You can talk about 107, you know, 184, you know, that we've been dealing with, you know, 90, any of these servers, any of these large servers, 80. You go to any of these big servers, yeah, it's so expensive. So in these weak servers, you know, these smaller servers, yeah, you can win those chat boxes a lot easier. You can like pile up on things. Your arena opponents aren't as bad. Your 3v3 opponents aren't as bad. Your server war opponents typically aren't as bad now. They're making that a little bit easier for you. There's a lot of things that are lower. You know, and I went through this. I was on a weaker server. When I transferred from 72, we went to server 87, which was essentially dead. And we were going to rebuild and all this stuff. And by the way, we for all the jokes that went around that we went to 87, I'll have you know, I think we finished 6th that season in the season. I think it was 6th. Either way, it was top 10 because it doesn't really matter in the season once you're past like, you know, 2 and 3. It's like 4 through 10, right? We were in that grouping. We got 4 through 10 rewards. So as bad as it was, we still ended up 6th in that season. How about that? So I will tell you, I was in a weaker server though, and all my 3v3 opponents were much easier. All those things are true. Like I've been through it. I saw it. It happened. So there are advantages to being in those type of servers when you're there. But know who you are again. The competition isn't going to be as good. You're not you're not playing the real game, right? To me, there's a different game being played above you. That's like high level stakes, right? So think about you're at the casino, all right? Think about you're in a cheap server, right? Let's say you're in a really weak server that's not populated. You're at the penny slots. You're at the penny slots, all right? You upgrade and go to another server kind of in the mid, right? Now you're on the casino floor. Okay? Now you go to the whale servers where all the VIP teams live and they're in the all top fights in the diamond leagues and they're not just in the diamond league and then shielding on Fridays. They're fighting every Friday because they want to be in the diamond league, right? Now you're at the high slots, the high limit slots. That's how you should think of it. So where do you want to be? It's really up to you how you want to play the game. You know, I get it that family's there, but there's ways to move around with clumps of family. Harder to move into those high limit game slots, right? With that big of a grouping. But in the mid range, yeah, you can get to the casino floor with a big group. It just might take you 2 seasons. But you can travel with like 20 and 20, you know what I mean? Look, I traveled with 65 or 70 once. Listen, it's too much. It's too many people. First of all, when you travel with 65 and 70, you may like these people, but not all these people are active. Not all these people are playing the same game that you are. You just like them because you grew up with them. Been there. Loved them to death. Loved them to death as teammates. But when you were honest with yourself, you were really trying to wring that towel out to get everything you could to keep the team together and active. Because some of the people just wanted to play, and they wanted to play a different game. It wasn't that they weren't great teammates. It was just like their family was first, and you were out there on a Saturday morning playing. There's nothing wrong with that. They're playing a different game necessarily than you might be. But at the same time, you got to know when to separate, my man. So that would be my advice. Take it for what it's worth. It's all in there somewhere for you. Man Cub, welcome in, buddy. Fred, I always keep my word in life, and it's all right, Fred. Right. You're down with the WWC then. Big fan, man. Alyssa, sir, someone had to say. I try to say it. I try to just be who I am. Segi, my brother, Segi. Segi was one of my original men. 72X, Segi. Never separated since. Man is as active as can be. I'll tell you this. Segi wrote the book on the truck on playing while he's driving. Guy, he's something else. That guy, awesome dude. Thanks, but you are welcome. You are welcome. In season 4, during the final battle, I wanted to attack some people from my former alliance because they kicked me out through the back door just to make room for their enemies to attack the. Yep. Remember what we just talked about, Stelly? What did we just say? When people show you who they are, believe them. Believe them. That's all. When you don't mean anything to somebody, when you're just power and you're just kicked to the curb and nobody pays attention, yeah, brother. They're more than just power sometimes to who people are, man. So there's more than just power. Not to mention, you just say you were were you one to told me you were 72 million? Oh, I forgot who just told me you were 72 million. I already lost it. Doesn't take me long. All right. Following server. After I transferred to another server, the same alliance I had talked to about attacking them ended up recruiting me into their alliance. Yeah, Stelly. Yeah, trust your gut. First instinct, go with it, bro. You know where you want to be and where you belong. I'll tell you what, I've been to so many servers at this point. So one thing that I have in me that I know, I can tell you right now that when you get to a server and it's just going to feel right, you're welcomed. And I don't just mean a team. I mean a server. People want you there. People are joking with one another. There's not a lot of drama. It just feels right. It just feels right. The people you are there, that you travel with are there. The people in your new alliance are there, and there's definitely, listen, I will also tell everybody this. When you go to a server, right, and for us, listen, for all the people that were with me from 72, right, that followed me all the way through, we picked some people up along the way, by the way, and we've been traveling around. We're like gypsies, right? I will tell you this, when you're a traveling gypsy going from different servers, and I don't care if it's only one server for a couple seasons, when you go into a new server, especially the later you play in this game, season 3, season 4, season 5, those people that you're joining have been together for a long period of time. They have a tight-knit group, right? They are good. They got inside jokes. They know one another inside and out. Right? So it's not necessarily it's going to be 1 week and you gel right away. That's not how it works. That's not how it works in real life, by the way. If you go somewhere new, you don't all of a sudden just, gel with everybody. They want to feel you out, know who you are, right? But there's a difference because there's some people that are just sit in a cool cat club and they're too good for the new people that come around, right? And they just keep their little inside jokes. They don't let the new people in at all. They don't talk to anybody. They don't whatever. And then there's those welcoming people that are happy to be where they are, welcoming the new people that come in, want to have a growing server, want to have a welcoming atmosphere. They eventually come around to people. It doesn't happen right away because they don't know who you are either. You may be a scumbag. They don't know. You also have to let yourself known of who you are. Show somebody who you are and see if they accept it or they don't, right? If they push back and they don't like who you are and you're just an honest person, if that's who you are, then guess what? Maybe it doesn't work out. But for the most part, if majority of the alliance is accepting you, helping you, having your back, going around with kill events and killing with you and reinforcing you and, sending you tips or chatting on the side or doing whatever, it just takes time. It's not going to happen right away. Just give it some time. And I will tell you this, not an off season either, by the way. You start to find out who you are as a team and gel as a team when you get into a season. That's when you start to get embedded. When you're really going to know who has your back. When you're up late at night and you're tired and you travel somewhere and they reinforce you. When they're going to lose more troops just to reinforce you, right? Or somebody's going to come reinforce you who's stronger to help you. That's how you're going to know. Right? That stuff doesn't really, it happens here and there, but when you're in the season, a team just gets closer. I don't know how to explain it. Just everybody's online at the same time. You're all gelling a lot more. That off season is really long and it's really just kind of mouse buttony click where you barely see some people. Sometimes it's ships passing in the night. You don't really necessarily see this person or that person as often. So also just do this. When you travel to a new server, I'll give you that tip too. Just give it some time, okay? Give it some time. I got two and don't really spend much. That was my, oh, what did I miss? Crap. Really spend much? How was my rationale? Buffs, daily rewards, event stuff. Yeah, Silver, you got it. Exactly. You know. Exactly what time. G5, welcome in. Welcome in. What's up? Leader of the North. Shout out to 670. Love it, buddy. Hun in the house. What's up? 184. Showing up. Showing out. Stelly, everyone started turning against me and attacking me just because I asked a girl for Instagram. What you doing? Called me weird and acted like I was some kind of creep for no real reason. You can adapt, QB. Everyone jumped on the bandwagon. Yeah, well, that can happen too, Stelly. Sometimes people are sheep. So, depending on the situation, right person, right team, right place. You can also have the wrong team, wrong person, wrong place. So, did I not do this? Oh, I didn't get this going. Guys, one last time, I'm just going to tell you, I hate this T11 process. It is so tedious and dumb. Oh God, I won't harp on it. I'm not going to go into it. There's too many positives going on that I don't like to focus on these negatives, and we've already said it over and over again. So, but Jesus Christ. Talk about not putting any effort into the damn game. Yeesh. Oh, hate that thing. All right, so one thing I want to talk about. Let's talk about game improvement real quick, guys. I want to show you a cool thing that I did. I think y'all are going to like. I think you're going to like this. All right, I want to bring this over for you and show you. So we have, this is our Discord right here. Let me make sure I am sharing it. I am. All right, this is our Discord. As I said earlier, right, I talked about this, discord.gg/joinwwc, which is all lowercase. This is what it looks like. We have a hangout. It's incredibly active. The people just keep coming in. So I added a game improvement ideas channel where everybody can say what game improvements they want added to the game. And then what I was going to do, I created this sheet of the top 13 items. And then what we did was we took that and brought it to all different sites, right? And showed everybody, hey, this is what we think everybody wants to see for improvements and blah, blah, blah. It worked out great. Like we had a bunch of different things that were added from that sheet. We had, anyway, I'll show you in a second. So what I did was recently, this has been going for a couple months. So what I did was comb through and take all of these game improvement ideas that were in this chat, and I put them into all one summary item. And I created a website for it. And it's in here, it's right above here. It's called Voting Game Improvement. And you can click on it right in here in the Discord. And what it's going to do is going to bring up this cool little website right here. And so this website will show you our wins so far that we're tracking from doing this. They were asking for ruin removal and war scoring. We ended up scoring that. The additional spots and digs, got that one. Fixed Europe pricing disadvantage. A lot of the pricing disadvantages have been fixed. Allow images in group chats. That was one of them on our list. And make it easier to manage our wall in our world map, where now instead of having multiple clicks, it's only one click to get to your wall, which has been a huge improvement as well. So there's some other ones on here. And so what we did was we have the top 17 improvements, our top 17 priorities that have been there that were on the sheet. And as you can see, I only opened this a couple hours ago, and it is freaking already flying off the chart. I mean, there's already a couple hundred votes, and I just opened it a couple hours ago. It's incredible. I can't believe the reception of it. It's awesome. So really what this allows you to do, and I'll tell you like the greater scheme of this, is go in and you just add a plus or a minus to the idea. And if the idea is good, it will actually, if you go a plus, it'll actually move up the list automatically if it gets enough items. And we're going to do a top 17 here as our priorities. And then we'll put all of these on one sheet. We'll explain what they are, and then we'll pass it around. We'll give it to the VIP 18 Discord. We give it to the creator website, so people are the creator Discord, so they can talk about it. We pass it around to all the different Discords that other people are on that they know. We give it to everybody. And we let everybody see the list and pass it around to talk to people who know. I know last time we gave it to a couple VIP 18s. I know like Hulk, for example, took our list and gave it. And he said, yes, a couple of the items on your list are going to get done or whatever. And we came back. We were happy as hell. And sure enough, we had a couple of these items already done. So now we're going to make a new list to just see. I want to make sure the general public, I want to make sure everybody gets a say in what should be our top 17 priorities as we move forward in the game. Okay, that's what this is. Now, there are a ton of items on there if you're thinking of 17. There are an additional items down here that are like 44 items in additional down here. So altogether, there's like, you know, I don't know, 60, there's like 66 total items overall. What we'll do is the items that don't get any votes whatsoever, or just have negative votes down here, what we'll do is we'll end up probably shelving them. We won't delete them, but we'll put them in kind of a zone over here where they're just going to go, you know, to sleep for now while we focus on the greater ideas that are getting more attention and more votes for everybody else, okay? And then the ones down here, as you can see, there's some votes in our top 17 priority at first that are getting down votes. And so eventually, if these end up with down votes, what we'll do is we'll put them into the more community ideas, and we'll move the popular community ones up into the top 17, all right? We'll do this on a monthly basis. So I'll create a new monthly game improvements idea every month, and we'll label it for that month. And I'll also take the items and change them around on here so you guys can see them. But we'll give it a month time. There'll be plenty of time for everybody to vote all the different ideas. Second thing I just want to show you on the Discord as well is don't forget, we still have our game improvements channel. So by all means, add whatever game improvements you want on here, because if there's new ones, as we retire some of the old ones or put them in a stale spot for the time being, I'll add new ones on here that you come up with. So if you have new ones that you want to be voted on, that you want to move up that list, that you think aren't on here that need to be represented, add them on here. But I think this is a good start to kind of organize where we are and kind of put our money where our mouth is, instead of everybody just pointing around, saying the game sucks, saying blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, you can say whatever you want, but until you actually make action and do something and we put something together, we can't very well say that we're organized in any way as a community to say what we're looking for or what we have in common that we want to see. So I think this will get us more on the same page for that. So that's kind of the next step. You know, we had our list originally, we kind of tried to come up with, we had the game improvements. Now this is kind of the next step to me in that, where it allows the community has their say in how we want to prioritize and order all of these awesome ideas that everybody has, by the way, to improve the game. All right, so get out there, guys, improve it. I ask, by all means, it's free. You don't have to sign up for anything, by the way, to get it. You can take the link. If you have this link right here, I will actually give it right to you right in chat. You do not need anything to sign up for it. You just click on it. You put that link in there, and you can vote. It's right there. There's nothing to sign up for. I don't want you to sign up for. If you do want to join the Discord, the link is in that chat. You can join us if you want and come in and put your new ideas in. I ask you, though, for those that are in the WWC, share it to your world chats. Like, the more votes we can get, the better. Because I'm not going to do this for another month. So get it out there. Just put it out, post it out in your world chat, post it out in your season chat, whatever. The more people that can see it, the better. And let's get more votes out there to see what everybody really wants for priorities. And more importantly, more ideas. Because the people who play the game have all the ideas, right? So get it out there, folks. All right. Covered that now. Get that off the list. Okay. Real quick, another thing I just wanted to talk about was the cool thing in here I didn't open, but you guys are going to love to see this if you have not heard about it or seen it yet. Oh no, did I open it? Oh, I must have accidentally opened it. I was on purpose saving it and not opening it, and then I think I accidentally opened it earlier. So there is now a Valor chest for rewards. Like a chest like we receive for anything else. There's now a Valor chest. It has Valor and dielectric, you know, nonsense to charges. But there's Valor in there. There is now a way to get Valor from rewards and chests. How cool is that? I was like, hello, That's why I haven't been paying a dime for it. I'm waiting for you to keep stocking us more on these Valor chests, because I'm with you. I'm not paying for Valor. And for those keeping track at home, how long it takes for us to go through a mastery, don't forget, February 1st, I started my mastery without paying, and I'm at 73% right now. So it's going to be a hot for probably 5 months before we get there. But Baja, I have no freaking clue, dude. I just saw all of a sudden I got the chest. I'll pay more attention now, but it's like I just started. First time I saw the chest. It was so cool. It just said Valor in it. It had a picture of like Valor and it had a picture of the charges on it. That was it. That was on the chest. And I opened it up and it gave me 320 Valor or something like that. 200 Valor, whatever it was. And I was like, holy shit, I just got Valor. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to open that and show everybody this chest. And then I was like, you know, sometimes I'm like monkey see, monkey do, man. I just start hitting buttons and opening my chests and I can't help it. But if I get another one, you'll see. I'll start looking tonight to see if anything else comes out tonight. But man, it was so cool. So great news for everybody. They're out there. They're there. Somehow we're getting them. We'll figure it out. Do you know how we got them, Punisher? I didn't have just a chest that was only dielectrics, though. So it had to be... What is the chest for? Do you know how we get them, I guess, is the better thing. Let me see if they came from... Oh, it's in Moonstone Blessing. Oh, there you go, Baja. That might be where I got them. Oh, yes. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Awesome call, Pun. Great work, buddy. Yeah, right here. Right here, look at this. Dielectric, ceramic, and Valor bag choice chest. 15. 15 Valor right here. Look at that. And you get all these chests. Look how many you get. Look how many you get. You get 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70. Dude, that's mint. That's incredible. Oh, Baja, it was enormous, bro. It was enormous. I've never been so happy to not get on the Valor train of buying Valor. I've never been so happy. I'm gonna get rewarded for it now. It's awesome. Awesome. Can't wait. Can't freaking wait. I figured they had to do something, man, because I wasn't gonna play the game knowing how much it cost. Like, I figured it out. It was whatever we talked about, guys. It was like $50,000 to pay for the Valor in order to get tactical. It's like, there's no way. It's no way. Just the sheer fact that they would rip somebody off $50,000 for tactical, I'm not going to support it. I'm not going to support it knowing how much it is. That's wild. I mean, those are the type of things that's like wrong with the game to me. Like, you keep paying those prices and supporting it, and then they just keep pushing the envelope. How far can we go? What will you pay for? I'm going to up the price on ore. I'm going to make you buy ore. No, that's all right. I'm not going to buy ore either. Shove that in your ass too. Okay, let's do. I did not buy this yet. The drone training pass. Just wanted to go over this still. Slamming for those mid spenders. This is a really, really good buy, especially now with the skill chips being harder to get, allowing people to chase up. So if you are a mid spender out there and you are, I don't know, mid spender's been moving that needle. So if you're like a couple, I forgot who was it, like Mike or somebody who said he was a late spender or low spender, spending like a couple $100 a month, whatever. I don't know where you mid spenders are, but if you are in like that couple $100 a month train, $400 a month, something like that in that range, 100%, this is a must buy. Yes, drone training pass is fantastic. I recommend it. Anytime you see that, and don't just get the $5. I recommend the whole shebang. 25. 5 is going to move your combat boost, which is hard enough to move, by the way. You're going to have to chip away at that thing. But then to get your chip material, oh man, you got to move your chips. Move your feet, people. Got to get those chips moving, especially for mid-high spenders. Don't get caught with no chips. So get that done. 100%. It's a great thing. Get going. And then look at this. Here you go. I'm going to get this. Now watch this. I got 20 of these. Watch this. All right. Oh, and I got to be where'd they go? Oh, that's why they went over here, Baja. I never opened them. They're under the hero tab. I didn't open them. I just had it on the wrong tab. Why would they put it on the hero tab for Valor? Because of the charges? Isn't Valor a resource? They put Valor on this tab? Why? Or don't they just put Valor in here? Don't they put Valor at the bottom? Yeah, Valor's over here. No, that's Courage Mouse. But isn't Valor down here somewhere? Yeah, right here. Valor's right here. So why the hell would they bury it in Heroes? I don't know. Whatever. At the end of the day, it's okay. Yeah, I get it's a choice chest, Mike, but like it's Valor. Like, I mean, whatever. Okay. I'm not going to complain, bro. It's fine. They can put it on the freaking gift tab for all I care. It's free Valor. Here, look, watch out how much I get. 520 effing 5, Baja. Come on now. Come on now. How awesome is that? That's an incredible amount of Valor. Incredible amount of Valor, folks. I told you I already got like 300 earlier off that thing. Now another 500. Man, this is a good little job they're doing. Again, I'll tell you, everybody keeps waiting for me to go on these rants about shit about this game. It's just another thing they did right. Another thing, guys. If you're hearing people that are bitching about the direction we're going, this is effing fantastic. Fantastic to start giving people Valor. Free shards, free exclusives. Now we're doing free Valor. Come on now. Fantastic. Fantastic. So anyway, I had that on here. Valor chest, way to go. Good job by the game. Covered fake headquarters. Did that. Anything I missed for your chat? Yeah, that's what it was. Moonstone. Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you. Mike, if you're going through Moonstone, are you incredibly... No, well, you are indirectly buying Valor, but you're not buying Valor. Like, I'm not spending money, Mike, to get Moonstone. I always get Moonstone just because I'm buying, like, the drone training pass. I'm going to buy that anyway. The Moonstone's supposed to be my perk, which it never was. It's always bullshit. Now, if you don't spend, you're not going to get it, which is fine. Like, it would be if you were buying on purpose just to get Moonstone, then yeah, you would. But for me, I always clean out Moonstone, and it sucks. So not really. And you know, I forgot what is this week? Is it mobilization? I think we have this week, right? Or no, bullseye. So yeah, see what I mean? See what I mean, Mike? Like, what do I have to spend to get this? Like a couple $100 or something? Yeah, I mean, whatever it is, I'm easily going to spend it for bullseye. So it's awesome. Awesome. But anyway, I get your point, Mike, but honestly, like, if you're a high spender anyway, you were always spending it, you just got shitty rewards. See what we got. I know, but sometimes it doesn't make any damn sense. Bro, our server is in Season 1, Server 2021. Aha, I love it. I love the 2,000 people showing up. Love it. Love having it. Okay. What do we got to do? What do we got to do? What are we doing? Do we want to bring this up? I want to bring this up here. Okay, how about we do some Awakening Diva stuff and get through that? You guys want to do that next? Mm-hmm. Pull that. Okay. get my other thing up so I can show you all that looked like. Bear with me. Okay. All right. I think we're good. I think we got some stuff going. All right. Here we go. Let's go. All right. So for those of you that know, we were testing Diva. We did a bunch of sandboxing prior to Diva releasing the Star at All. We did 80 tests. We ran 80 tests with different formations in them. And then we moved Diva to 2 stars. And so we can look at the difference of how she did with 2 stars in Awakening in the different positions that we aligned her to show if the Awakening was good enough for you, if it was worth it to move up, if, you know, so you could do it. So we did it with 2 star. Again, we'll continue to do this stuff. This will be a lot longer with Tesla, by the way, because I'm a missile. So that will be first. He'll get 3 star. You'll be able to see 4 star, 5 star. And then when we move, we'll be able to show you the other stars as we move them for them. But this is the big one. We did it with Kim. Do it with this. I'll do it with Tesla. And then I'll compare all 3 to say who had the better Awakening by the numbers, not just out of, you know, some random testing. So this is where we did it. This is our little sandbox arena. For those of you that want to know before we get there, I'm going to just go over one more time. We'll look at this Diva skill so we know what the hell we're reviewing. So the Diva skill, and also it'll give me a chance to look at yeah, exactly. Yep, we'll look at that one more time. Yep, after they did such good work. So starred ace, right? So this is going to be what it is, star ace. We know that star ace goes airborne for 4 seconds, gaining ace boost. Ace boost inspired by allies for each aircraft hero. So underline that, aircraft hero in your squad. Incredibly important. This hero gains 1 stack of boost for every one. So each stack increases the attack speed by 20%, stacking up to 5 times. So you are losing 20% if you try to do mixed squad of that attack speed. So it makes important to have 5 air together in order to maximize this skill with ace boost. During this time, 4 seconds, so it's going to go airborne 4 seconds, and during that time, each auto attack triggers a follow-up attack, prioritizing front row enemies. So again, underline that as part of this skill. And dealing energy damage equal to 198% of attack to 1 random enemy. Now, as you increase this, we are only at 20%. So take into account that not only do we increase here for 3 star, the 5% attack per stack, but we're going to 40% damage. An extra 40%, which is incredible. So really good with 3, but unbelievable with 4 stars right there. I would think that's one of the magic numbers that you're going to want to get to. So front row, really kind of, when you think about it, you're attacking those front row hero lineups when they want to put Swift in the front. You want to put other divas in the front, Morrison's in the front, Kim's in the front. This is kind of attacking that front hero lineup. So that's very cool. Then on top of that, we have the countering of the 4+1. Everybody wants to put Murphy in. When you do this, but air, she's going to lose 20% attack speed when you're trying to do that. So eventually, as you increase it more and more and make that attack speed worth it, the value of doing 4+1 is going to continue to decrease as you decrease Diva's worth. So let's take a look at where we were pre and post numbers here, okay? So here were our numbers that we ran. Sure you see this. And also, I welcome all of those that are going to be listening on Spotify. We are on Spotify now. I've been hearing amazing feedback and seeing crazy amount of numbers for people that are on Spotify. And they bring that up because I need to do some of these numbers. If you're not on video, they don't necessarily hear the numbers. So I need to, or don't necessarily see the numbers. So I do need to call them out a little bit more and get better about that. Okay, so our pre average of this lineup is down here. Our post average lineup will be right there. As you can see, our first lineup that we did was Carly, Lucius in the front, and then we did Skylar, DVA, Morrison in the back, left to right. Okay, this was our lineup. So our pre lineup of doing this, you can see Skylar was 38, Diva's 52, Morrison's 38 for a 161. We get a little bit of an increase from Skylar post Diva for 38.3, but mostly we get an increase of Diva to 59.24 and Morrison from 40, and we go from 161 to 169 as a team. That's putting Diva in the back middle, two defenders up front. Then we did two defenders up front, Diva back left, Skylar in the middle, and Morrison to the right. And you can see here, Diva goes from 67 to 72. Skylar drops 1 and Morrison drops 1, but the entire team goes from 172 to 176. Overall damage in this spot was better anyway for this. As you can see, the old was 161, this was 172. But also Diva's damage, look at it all the way through, 61, 76, 72, 77, and 75. And this is back left for her. Then we look at two front, Skylar back left, Morrison and Diva, and we end up with Skylar dropping 1, Morrison being 3+, and then again Diva going up from 48 to 56 for a 177. This is Diva. I'm back right with two defenders in the front. Two defenders in the front. You got Skylar in the back. I'm sorry. So we switched now. Before we were doing Lucius on the right, Carly on the left in the front, and then we switched that just to do devil's advocate of Lucius on the left and Carly on the right to see if there was going to be any difference. So you end up with 169 and 163 with this lineup. It's an improvement by 6. If you go back and look at what the other one was, it's almost identical. It didn't really make a difference putting Carly or Lucius on the left or right. It ended up being almost the same exact number of 169, and that's through 10 battles tested. You look at this, and Carly Diva, same thing, same switch. Diva on the back left, you end up 172 instead of 167. Again, almost identical numbers to the first one if you look. So it's 176 with Carly on the right. Carly on the left. Carly on the left, Lucius on the right was 176. Switching it, putting Lucius on the left, dropped it from 176 to 172 on average for that team. And then the last one did it again for Skylar Morrison Diva on the right. And it brings it to 177. Huge increase from the pre. 158 to 177. Big increase. But if you look at what it was 177 before. So this is just almost identical 177 to Lucius and Carly switching. Then we wanted to do a front hero. So we did a little bit of a front hero where we put Diva on the front, right? So what did that do? As you can see, it went off the chain as a team because we ended up, it was 172, which was the highest pre-average, and it went to 185, the average. Now this is against a missile team. It'll be good to see these numbers when you go against another air team with Diva in the front, because don't forget she's targeting the front team though. So it'll be good to see those numbers when we get more air versus air matchups directly. But 172 to 185 was the average, by far the highest that we had there. And then we upped it one more time when we move Diva to the back left and Morrison to the front. As you can see, the original pre was 171, and we skyrocket to 188 with Carly, Morrison, Diva, Lucius in the back middle, and Skylar on the right. It was 188 for the average boost there. So you can see that quite the difference just in 2 stars. Just you're watching the difference of just 2 stars making of Diva. So for those of you that are wondering, is it worth it to get her upgraded 1-star, 2-star? You 100% see difference-making numbers that are bigger than we actually saw when we put no gear on Stetman's gun to a 3-dot Stetman gun. We're seeing larger numbers with this awakening skill than that. So it's making a bigger difference than just the overall gear, which is pretty impressive to say how strong the skill is right there for it. So that was a summary of what she was. Also have for you kind of a power summary if you're looking at what she did. It was the back left, obviously the back left, one out with that, with the 188 was number one. 198% of attack hit was up. 20%. She had 20% more bonus damage. And one thing to point out is if you look at her actual statistic numbers as they go up with her averages, they do not go up very far. So if you just tried to judge this by her actual metric numbers that people are doing, and you're saying, well, they only go up by 1.4%. They don't move very much. Because her overall is so large to begin with, you're at 142,000. So yeah, they don't go up very much, but the increase in damage that you can see is huge. So you're going from 171 to 188. You're getting an enormous lift in overall team damage and a huge lift for her as well. That's against a counter team missile, just to give in her worst situation, by the way. So highly recommend those mid spenders that are looking to push her. High value from Diva coming in the 2nd star. I'm currently testing to see how Murphy does against this team. Murphy was still viable as we go in. I think it's very clear that it's going to wear itself thin as we get her pushed to 3 and 4 stars. The question is really going to be, how viable will Murphy be while people have her at 1 and 2 stars is where I want to find out. More my answer that I think helps the community more, that puts air in their 2nd team or their 3rd team. Is this a case? Now, part of this goes to the fact of how valuable Murphy is to the tank squad. Right, your tank team that you're using and you're pushing in. So when you have Kim in there and you're trying to have your tank team, it's very difficult to just move pieces around if you're trying to have a viable tank team. So I think Murphy moving out to air works a lot better if you're a low spend free to play player who has your tank as your 3rd team than it does if you're trying to actually make a viable tank team. Okay, so I've learned that from our Kim awakening tests. Showing the value of Kim and also watching the difference between those two. So it's going in. Do I like Kim or the DVA Awakening better? Well, it's a great question. I haven't compared their values and their numbers first. I will say this. What it looks to me is that Diva's increase of her numbers did not decrease the team that much. Some cases, we've had Kim go off the hook with her numbers, but the team numbers aren't as high. So, for example, I say that because Diva's skill adds to the overall air team. It's not hurting Morrison, right? As in, Kim's awakening, you want to take over the attack from Marshall, and then what that ends up doing is hurting Stetman. So you actually end up losing. So you're looking at Kim, and let's say she's doing 60 million, and then you say, oh, wow, now she's doing 80 million damage. Right. But you also just lost Stetman, who was doing 60 million and is now doing 30 million because he lost the attack from Marshall. As opposed to before, when Stetman and Diva were almost even, or Stetman was a little bit more, it seemed like the overall team was getting more. So I think more testing needs to be done in regards to that. And I also think that, all these, everybody has two, I will tell you this, on YouTube, everywhere else, everybody has too quick of an opinion. Oh, this is the best. Oh, this one sucks. Oh, now you got to go over here. Now you got to do, well, listen, take a breath, actually test these things and get the real value behind it instead of rushing out to give an incorrect answer. These are the things that I'm seeing, the positives and the negatives. I will also show you something to that, Chicken Charlie, that we went over in the Global Expedition here. We have this team right here. Hold on a second. I want to show you this. So watch what happens when I put Stetman in. I want to show you the damage. Okay, you see the numbers here. It's off the hook. 98, 24, 12. You see what I mean? These numbers with Stetman in, right? 24. Look at what I get with Lucius in there. Now, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Now, you're seeing Kim with 120 million damage, and everybody's going to go, oh my God, look at that damage. It's absolutely incredible, blah, 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 blah. At first sight, that's true. 100% I look at that and see, oh my God, that damage is incredible. But actually, the numbers are the same. The numbers are exactly the same because I lost 20 million from Stetman to do this. So that 20 million just went to Kim, but I ended up doing the same exact damage overall. So how do I keep this 120 with her and then also bring in something like that extra from Stetman? So that's why I think, you know, there's more to be worked out in regards to ultimately what the best way to use this, and just saying, looking at these numbers and saying like, oh yeah, that's the best. Is it though? Is it? I don't think that's a true answer to just say, oh yeah, this is the best and look at it. Wow. Reminds me of that TikTok. Remember that, what was that Instagram TikTok? Remember that one guy will you look at it? Look at that. Will you look at that thing? Look at it. It's like, that's how I feel like people are doing. Like, people are looking at it and go, okay, but what does it mean? Right? They don't give you a meaning behind it. They're just like, oh yeah, look at it. Okay. So I just think we need more backing. And also, this may, as this skill, I think that there's going to be a different conversation for people that are pushing the skill level versus sitting with the skill for a while. And the other outstanding question that we need to know, how long are we sitting with it? Is it even worth like diving this much into it if everybody's going to end up with 3 and 4 stars in like, 3 months? Is it really that big a deal? You know what I'm saying? I've been going back and forth with that myself. Is it worth it for me to sit here and break down like 7 videos for you on what's going on if ultimately in 2 months everybody's going to have 4 stars on all 3 heroes? I mean, you're getting a lot of shards very fast right now. And the game seems to be in the mood of giving everybody things quickly. So I don't know what happens after the season. I don't know how long it takes us. We all know we're pushing them very fast right now. I can tell you that I'm sitting on 2 stars each and I'm banking 330. And I haven't even gotten the most as I can out of the Global Expedition yet. Haven't even used the core card yet. I'm still playing around in sandboxing here. So what am I going to end up with? When I leave season 6, am I going to end up with like 4 stars on one hero and 2 stars on each of the other? If so, I would say I'm pretty damn far already. What good is it going to be for a few weeks? We're going to plan, we're going to do all this, we're planning all this out, understand it, blah, 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 and then you're just going to get up with 3 stars anyway. Because honestly, I think there's an enormous difference with our conversations and what happens when Kim gets to 3 stars and Kim gets to 4 stars. I think all these numbers start to become no-brainers. I think she flies off the page no matter who you put in there. Statman, I think Statman goes in there, I think she's flying off the page. I think Murphy becomes obsolete when you put Diva with 4 stars, because I think you're going to want the 20% extra attack damage, extra attack speed. I don't think there's going to be any question about it. So I think that's a game doing that on purpose, by the way. I think that it was OP and the game's trying to correct it. It's been OP for a while. So I think the game's trying to correct it a little bit. But we'll find out. I just think there needs to be a lot more testing. I personally am going to do a lot more testing, especially in the Global Expedition here, but also in the sandboxing with both of them, plus Tesla. And like I said, once I have all 3 of them, I will certainly compare them against one another at 2 stars. I'll stop with Tesla, even though I'm going to go past that. I'll stop at 2 stars and just show all 3 of them equal to show which one had the biggest push with the chart. But I do think that a lot goes to Diva's skill set of what she's countering is more impressive than necessarily just the damage. I think the fact that she's attacking the front hero is just a no-brainer for everybody. I just think that, you know, there's no answer for the front hero, right? Like, it's just so hard to deal with. So this really just counters that, you know, and help you if you're going to throw Kim in the front. You see all that damage, but against Diva, throwing Tank and throwing Kim in the front, I haven't seen anything to show that Air is slowing down. Air is still the #1 team in this game as far as I see right now, only because I think the majority of the people have Air built out. So that's why it's the #1 team to me. What the percentages of people that have a high Air team is more than any other team. Everybody switched from Air, like season 2, season 1. They get away from Tank. They can't stand it. They don't like getting beat all the time, so they switch over to Air, whether they should, whether they shouldn't. They push it. You see such strong Air teams in season 3 and season 4. You have the 4+1 card. It pushes more people to Air. Season 5, you bring the 4+1 card, pushes more people to Air. So it just continues. Oh, do I have a fight? Oh. I have to look. I don't know who's fighting over here. Oh, I'm 12 minutes away. I'll never make it there. See if we get there in 5 minutes. If it's done or not. Yeah, so guys, I would just I would say for that, to me, it depends on who your team is, but I do think there's more strong Airs than anything else in the game. All the teams have value. I've said this before, I said it again. I mean, the 3v3 proves that out when I've shown you this fight that I have with strong-ass team like Vulture. Who's Vulture? Oh, well, he's probably going to hit my... It's not going to be a good fight. I don't have it anymore. Yeah, I don't have it. But he was... You guys seen it before. It was like 7 million difference. My missile was beating it, and now he's just so much stronger with his air team. The air teams, for the most part, they're so strong. They're so damn strong across the board. How strong people have those. So, and then the high spenders are... Everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody's building a 3-team squad across the board. So when all 3 teams get maxed, what's the strong team? And the answer is, the strong team is whatever you're getting whacked with. So if I'm getting hit with a missile that's stronger than me, I'm switching the tank, and then I'm going to whoop that person. If I'm getting hit with air, and then I'm going to switch the missile. Like, that's what's happening in the upper tier right now. It is what it is. There's no real like elite team that only people are building. Everybody's going to be able to answer anybody in that call. So in the game, all I can say is there's more. I think you guys all know this. You guys live it out there. You're fighting. You guys know you're going to run into more airs than you are anything else as you're running through the seasons. You guys know this. And it's hard for me, by the way, if you are air and you're building, hard for me not to recommend that, by the way. Because I know you're going to get the 4+1 card in season 3 or season 4 and season 5. And you're going to end up with, you're going to get the 4+1 with Murphy. Especially season 4. Holy shit. Season 4 is ridiculous. Marshall with missile, and you're going to get air. You're going to have Murphy with air. God, season 4 is just a crazy OP for this 4+1 card. It's nuts. And then season 5, it is as well. It gets a little bit taken back, a little bit. The Marshall stuff goes away. I feel like with the Fiona mix in, I always felt that Missile, I get it. People like sometimes to use Lucius with Missile. When Fiona gets her exclusive weapon, I do like 5 missiles. They're the one team where skills feed off each other when you have 5 missiles in the lineup. So I do like the straight up missile squad as its strongest. Then trying to do a mixed squad with missile. The other teams, you know, mix in and have some value there because their skill sets don't say that. But yeah, I think these awakening, y'all. There's a lot to be learned still with these awakening skills, and I can't wait to go through Tesla stuff now. But yeah, good stuff. All right, so that was awakening, folks. That was where we are with DVA Sandboxing so far. More to come there. All right. By the way, yesterday I improved my drone for all those that are keeping track of my slow roll. I'm at 239 now. So our slow roll continues. Almost to 240. And as I said, my target is to get to 250 by the time I get into tactical. So I still have a couple months at the very minimum to start moving that more up, but I'm still in no rush, guys, in doing that. So not my bag. All right, let me see. Where are we at? I feel like Bob Barker's climbing the hill with that hitchhiker back in the day with the Price is Right. Howdy, howdy, ho, whatever the hell that yodeling guy does. I feel like so damn slow. And man, my teams, I'm working on these pads too in the front. And Jesus, it doesn't feel like it does a damn thing, I'll tell you. I keep building these pads out. And at least these, I'm just going to get these to level 30. I'm not spending the oil. All my front pads here will be 30, and my main squad will get 35. That's it. I'm not spending oil on those things to do these. It's crazy. Too much oil being spent. Knowing that we are going to have, I'm sure we're going to have headquarters. So, all right, folks, let's go in to do some promised account reviews real quick. I know I have to do at least 2 of them. I don't know if I'll get to all of them, but I'm going to get to 2. That much I promised, because Flightboard I definitely promised. And who else was in here? Yeah, so Flightboard, I think we'll do Flightboard. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. If you guys want to see another one, or I can just move it to Saturday. Flightboard I had to do because I promised them. So, but we don't have to get to Saturday's work later. For those of you that do want an account review and to go over, we do them Saturday mornings with Breakfast with QB. You can find that at discord.gg/joinwwc, all lowercase, join WWC. And there is a channel called Account Review Requests. You can come on in and just fill it out, put it in. I know we have a ton to get to. I've already gotten to a ton. We already have, I think, like 6 or 7 in the hopper. Can't keep up with this either. All right, let's get to Flightboard. Let's see. What does Flightboard say? Hello? Don't do that to me. Flightboard says, I'm a late bloomer, new player who joined late in an older server. I know I could do a new server and be better off, but I enjoy the people I'm with. This account has given me to help me a little stronger, so I done learn some of the process, like you said in the beginning of buying accounts. I do well with the side missions like Street Rush, Frontline, etc. Enjoying the game, not trying to be the best, just my best version. I'm trying to improve my tank power. Haven't used many hero RSS. Okay. Look at Flightboard going out of his way to protect the identity of this person. I do appreciate you doing that, Flightboard. Not necessary, but I do appreciate it. All right, let's see. All right, your new account, but you got all your stars, your heroes, so that's a check mark. All right. Okay, 20. All right, so first flight board, as you move forward, you are going to move all your exclusives to 20. Don't push any of these to 30, and I would push them sooner rather than later. I don't know, you did not say you are free to play. Count was given to you, but you didn't say... You didn't say anything about what you are. If you're free to play... you're gonna be a while, brother, because everybody where you are right now has already updated. Oh, flightboard's on. Look at you. Yes, sir. You are free to play. You're in a bit of trouble here. You do not spend. I don't want you to spend anything on your second team ever. I don't care what your second team is. Your third team is non-existent. Don't care. Every exclusive shard you have needs to go into team 1. You have to get these guys to level 20, all 3 of them. That is your first priority without a doubt. And for your sake, you're not going to move Murphy anywhere. You're going to keep him on this team. You're not doing mixed squad. You're not doing anything. So move him, move Kim. And with an urgency, you need to get them moved. Okay, that unfortunately is not your biggest concern, though, because you are in later and... This will be the bane of your existence, just to be honest with you. It is... You are a little behind here, to say the least. I want radars here, and I want shields here. That is your next move. I want you to get your radars to 4 and your shields to 4. This should be your next move to strengthen your defense. To begin with, you need your honor points. You need to be on a top team. I hope you're on a top team. You didn't say what your alliance was. I hope you're on a top team, though, because you've already been put behind the 8 ball in being... Check the newer picks. Oh, you got newer picks. These are your newer picks? All right, need to update this with recent battle reports because we had mostly save weeks for a while, and after listening to some of the recent lives, I saw some areas improvement once we had open everything to win versus. Got my headquarters up to 34 and short. I unlocked some exclusive weapons to work on getting them to 20. Oh, you shit. You're already up there. Perfect. Got my wall looking better. Squad 1 to 100. Working on getting bottom of hero tech finished. Upgraded drone. Why are you moving all your other heroes? I don't know what you mean by it. What's better squad 1 to all 100? First of all, when you say all to 100, do you mean you're working on like your SSR heroes with your experience and stuff? I wouldn't even worry about them. Oh, your wall of honor. Oh, okay, yeah, that's good. All right, I like that. Okay, you got me worried. I thought you were like worried about your SSR hero, like your SR heroes and stuff. I don't give a shit about those. You need to concentrate on this. But okay, let's see. Your wall, 100, 100, 100, 100. Yeah, keep pushing this wall. Keep pushing your tank wall to 200. Don't stop. Don't stop with that. Everything goes into your tank. Your drone, well, your drone's pretty good. 154, okay. You can work with that. Slowly chip away a little at a time. Okay, you're fine. You're fine. 200 is more of is more pay attention. Like, you're free to play, though. There's not much you can do. You can pay attention to it all you want, but there's only so much you can do to play around. Level 9, level 8, yeah, this is fine. You're doing fine here. 70, you're going to be level 9s. That's okay. Level 10 takes you forever no matter what. Chips need... Okay, this one right here. Go to level 5 first. Lethal... what is it? Lethal Firestorm? Right here. You get an extra drone target when you push that flight board to level to 5th star. So get this one first. Done. Okay. All right, let's see what you got. I'd like to see your gear. Where's your gear at? You said you got updated pictures, but do you got updated pictures of your gear? 84% special. All right, I like your siege and special forces. I'm going to guess you have the power out of your siege. I'm going to guess you have taken the power out of your special forces. I'm hoping. Defense fortifications. I want you to start working on more into your mass. Oh, yeah, look at you. Perfect. This is good. Yep, this is good. Get this, keep pushing this over 50% before you even look at defense again. You're going to get all the power out of defense, but right now you got to push mastery. That's where the most power is going to come from. There's so much good in there, especially the your defense is in there. So get pushing. Units look good. 95, you can leave that alone. Hero, if you got all tank squad in the bottom 4 done, I am not worried about hero right now. You'll have plenty of time to do non-valor stuff. I'm not worried about it. I want to make sure you got all the power out of the special forces, though. Okay. Oh, you got blueprints. Why are they not used? What are you waiting for? Maybe that goes into seeing gear. You have 61 blueprints. Maybe because you got no ore. Oh, you got 1 million ore. All right, what are we doing? I hate hoarding. I hate hoarding. Level 10, level 10, level 20, 20, 20. Okay, yep. You got to get these to 10. These to 20. Yep. Push them up. This is what I want to see. I want to see your gear. I don't know what Morris... I don't know what Williams is for gear. But you should get these shields and this radars done. You got prints. Use them. Put them on your radars and put them on your shields. And you got a red. Put your red. Go ahead and put the red on like Murphy's radar. Oh, here we go. Cool. Right here. This is what you're using on. Fill your defense out, brother. Get your defense all filled in. Radars and shields. Solidify that defense. Tank needs to make the battle last. You need time for Marshall to buff Kim or buff Stetman, whoever he's going to be buffing at this time. And you need time to do that. And if you have defensive breakdown, you can't do that. The fight ends too fast. Tank battles should last longer. Air battles, air is shock and awe. Tank is, like I said, it's dragged out. You want to drag that battle out. So watch, and you can watch any of these videos that you have that go to your fights. See who's dying first. My guess is, looking at this team, my guess would be when you fight people that your defense dies. Your defense probably, they're going through Williams like nothing. That would be my guess. What's happening? You got nothing on Williams. You got a level 10 exclusive and you have no prints. My guess is they're cutting right through him, and they're in your back pocket before you know it. So you gotta make Williams last. And then Murphy keep strength. I would strengthen both of this for the wall. Don't touch their gun. No need. Don't touch their gun. Don't touch Marshall's gun, by the way. Don't add a print until every other thing on this team is 4 dots. I don't want you to put a single print on Marshall's gun or Murphy or Williams' gun. Don't do it. I see it all the time. It's a huge mistake. It's a waste of prints. Make sure everything else has 4 dots before you're doing that. But yeah, you got a long way to go there, but you have prints, bro. Use them. You'll get so much stronger. What do you got? 60? So it only takes 50. If you think about that, with your 60 prints, you can already make him 4 dots on his radar. You would have a red shield, and you would start moving them to 2. You need 70 prints. You could do that. You could do that right now. 20, 70, 60. Oh my God. Dude, right now you can go to your team and with the 1 million ore you have, and you could push his radar to 4 dots. Red goes on Murphy, and both of these shields can go to 2 dots. Right now, you can do it. That's what I would do. Start building out. I would start building out radar. So this is where I want you send Flightboard. Send me a battle report. I want to see after you put the radars on and after you put the shields on. Send me a battle report and we'll watch it, and we'll see who's dying first on your squad and how they're working, and then we'll determine how to get a gear plan for you. My guess off the top would be if Marshall is dying, we're going to want to put defense on Marshall. Or we're going to want to put more on Kim, especially she's got her awakening skill now. So I need to determine how long she's lasting with good defense, because we may want to just red out Kim and make sure that she's staying alive. But a lot of good Kim does staying alive if Marshall dies right away. So you can't have Marshall just croak. So both are incredibly important right now. So we need to watch the video, and then we'll play that out. All right. Otherwise, you're doing as much as you can free to play, bro. Just keep pushing everybody to 20. It's going to take you a while on exclusives for that to happen. And then check back in with us. Check back in with us. By the way, your goal for just your drone, your next thing. So obviously, don't worry about your Valor. Keep pushing your mastery. It's going to take you 4 months, 5 months to do that. Keep pushing your mastery. Your drone. You're free to play. So as you say, if you spend any money you want to get some drone parts, there's that $5 deal that they have every month. $20 gets you 400 drone parts. Because getting to 200 drone gets you that 5% defense. So it's worth it. It's worth it. But all right, brother. You let me know if you have any other questions. All right, Flightboard? Sorry it took me so long to get there, because it was a hot mess. Hot mess. All right, that's all. We're running out of time anyway. We're at 6:45, so I will see. Maybe I'll do some more tomorrow. I don't know. I probably missed this, right? Yeah, that's probably done. All right. That's all right. I'll make sure I'm getting this one. May already be ones that we have done anyway. Okay. So we got that done. We got until reset. Okay. Season information I was going to talk to people about. So still for me, Totem was one thing I keep telling everybody about. Totem is now at level 15. I have not unlocked or cared about my air or my tank. Now, I wanted to explain this because it's a little bit hypocritical of what I'm doing this season to what my major game plan is, okay? I often tell you guys I'm building 3 squads. That's why I'm doing Mastery the way it is. So you're watching me build out my 3 squads, because I say I want to throw my Overlord on and I want to have my 3 squads as powerful as possible. So the reasoning would be, and the sound reasoning that went through my head when I was debating this, pros and cons of doing this plan, of, hey, I want to have my air and my tank squad and totems, right? Because you want to be able to up the 7.5% bonus that I'm getting right now on there. That's like having a battle card. That's incredible to get a boost damage of 7.5%. Well, don't I want that for my tank and my air? Okay. The problem is, what I've noticed with Season 6 is when you are defending, and most of the time you're sitting there defending a building. And this happens in Season 5, by the way. The rationale being, if you want to win a building, you need to defend a building, which means you have to get it to a high percentage in order to defend that building. You're not necessarily attacking a lot. You would need to attack a team to get people out. You can rally. There's a lot of different ways you can attack people to try to get them out of a building. But if you're spending a full hour attacking, then you're not claiming any percentage of that building. The other team is, and you're losing. So one of the main things you want to focus on is defending. You want to be in there and you want to defend. You want to have your defense cards up. You want to get the auto return, the defensive regroup, all that good stuff. Now, if I'm defending and using defensive regroup, I'm using one team. The majority of the time this season, by the way, this goes for even when I'm attacking one-on-one, I'm using my main team to do it. Everybody is so strong right now. And you have two different people. You have two different sets of people. One that can take their one squad out and attack and leave their wall up with their second and third to be able to defend your attack that you're going to come at me when I launch my attack. Or just take it off your wall. Just take it off your wall because they're going to be able to hit you and run through. You don't give up the troops. Right? Those are the two really that you have. The other option that you have is not to attack. Right? So those are two ways to attack. The other option is to just be a defender. If you can have that person attack you and you can hold your wall, then they're going to lose more than you. I'm going to show you an example of this in my battle reports here. If we look at like defenses here of somebody that's really strong here, like somebody like Jimmy Wick, right? Jimmy Wick was hitting me 3,200 and I'm losing 4,200. This 4,200 number is not that big. The only way that this number matters to you is you have to look at that number and say, do I have enough of my team online to heal me fast enough? That's the only thing that number matters. If that number gets above, you have to know how fast can your team heal you and what is that magic number? Is it 3,000? Is it 1,500? How many? How many can you lose where you're going to click on your hospital, click heal, and your team is going to be able to heal you like that? That's the only thing you worry about. If you have enough people online, you're going to be shocked at how fast people heal you. I mean, it's real fast when everybody's online fighting. So this number really doesn't mean much to me. But you know what does mean something? When we go deeper into the report, right? So he's beating me here, right? 204 and 192. I'm losing. And then he's losing 252. I'm only losing 65. So every time he hits me, he's losing 200 more troops than me. Essentially 500 troops every time he hits me. Now, as long as I can heal 4,200 fast, I can absorb 10 hits from him, no problem. That's going to drain 5,000 of his troops. That's going to drain 2,000 more than me. And I'll take that. And I'll let him continue to hit me while I continue to heal. If that number escalates to 6,000 that you're losing or 7,000 that you're losing, don't let your ego sit there. Just leave. Bounce. This season is more than ever, I'm telling you, way too many people are fighting when they're losing. And that's a perfect example. That's not a fight that he should really be doing. I get it. He feels he's 106 million and I'm 87. He feels a VIP 18 and I'm a low 17. He should be burning me like, you know, I shouldn't be able to sit there and take it, but I can. Get over it. It's an ego hit at that point, right? Like you're just hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting. If it's 4,200, who gives a crap? You got to move on. And so that's a lesson for everybody when you're watching whoever's hitting you, whatever's happening. That's where you need to judge and watch it. And don't be afraid to move. Just get out of town. Especially in season 6, you're given 6 teleports. Just leave. And people are getting more and more of the death rate increases. So they're getting the death rate increase from the level 250 drones. They have the 250 drone, and the 250 drone, the only thing it's really bringing you is this 5% unit death rate. So they're getting that. And they're also getting it from the T11 troops. So they're getting this 5%. Where is it? And I think it's the fourth one here. It's 5% death rate. So when they hit you now, even when you're defending, even when you're doing everything right, and it says you shouldn't lose any troops, you can see here that actually you're losing 10%. They're taking 10% death rate because of the 250 drone and because they pushed their T11s to 4. That fourth star. Or, well, it's essentially, yeah, it's 4 stars because I'm going to get a 3rd star with this one. So when they have 4 stars, they're taking 10% of your troops, even when you're defending. The only difference is when you defend that, when you defeat them, they take more. You take more troops. So there's a lot of things that can impact that as well. You can offset some of that. You can offset some of that with your battle cards, with your lightly wounded. You can offset that with some of the white T11s. So you got to play around depending on what player you are. You got to know what advantages you want for people going to the hospital versus you want to sit there and take the attribute boosts or try to actually attack people or defend people. So important to know that in these battles. But there are battles where you're facing people, and let me show you like a battle. Okay, so this is a good one. So now I'm doing the same thing to VYRL right here, right? So he went and attacked somebody, and I hit him. This was his wall. His first is out attacking, so I decided to send my second in to attack him. And so same thing's going to occur where I'm losing here. And I'm losing here, 166. So I'm losing 300 troops here, right? Because he's defending with his wall. So now if you first look at this battle report, you'll say, oh, look at this, 2,700 and 3,700. I'm winning this battle, right? I'm taking 3,700 of his troops. No. I'm losing troops here. He's losing nothing, and I'm losing 300, 400 troops. So I don't care where he is. I don't care that he's sitting here with a 76. This is where the ego happens. He has a tank. I have an air. I'm beating him by 3 million. Logic tells you should just win this battle. You should win it. If you're not getting through his wall, if you're not beating him, look at that battle report and back off. Don't just ram it over and over and over and over again unless you're doing something for a reason. Unless you have a game plan to wear down somebody's troops, unless multiple people are hitting him, unless you know their drill grounds are light and you have some kind of game plan of who you're taking down and whose troops you're taking or whatever the case may be. Most of the time, it's something like this. You don't want to keep doing this over and over again. You learn your lesson, see the battle report and move on. And also, by the way, in a long season like this where you're going to be fighting the same people, know who you're going to hit. What am I going to hit? Now I know in this battle right here, I know for myself, I need to send my 1. If I send my first team, do I get through him? Maybe. I don't know. But that's the next try to know if I could or I couldn't, right? Like it wouldn't be that I'm going to send my air again because that's kind of silly to know what's going to happen. So and that's the studying on the battlefield that you need to do. It's not just as simple as looking at battle reports and saying, oh, I'm taking more troops. Look at me. No. Look at the death rate. Look at what it's doing to your drill grounds. And this is a big difference between somebody walking away from a fight and telling you, man, I still have 3/4 of my drill grounds. Or you walking away from the fight and saying, man, I have no troops left. It could be because you're fighting battles you shouldn't be, like this. These are controllable battles that we're having out there, that whether we just push buttons or not. So be careful of who you're fighting. Know it. Know your opponent. Know thy opponent when you're fighting. And also, don't ever be afraid to throw up a rally, for Christ's sake. Rallies are underutilized. Just rally somebody and make them move. Having them use ports is real. I don't care who they are. Have them use 30 ports and see that they're happy about that. I don't care. I don't care who they are. If you got to sit there and make them waste, all these diamonds using those ports, they're not happy. It's a long season, man. It's a long season. And the ego and all that stuff may kick in and be like, yeah, like, no big deal. I have unlimited diamonds. I have unlimited money. Yeah, they don't want to spend it like that. They already got to spend it on troops. They have a ton of ways to spend that money. They got to waste it. So believe me, most people who play the game, 98% the people that play the game, are not going to want to hop around constantly wasting teleports. So make them hop. Make them hop around. But just make sure you're using rallies, man. What up, Brian? Welcome in, buddy. Server 620. Shout out 620. Guys are in season 6. I know that. Yeah. So anyway, that is I had that down from a fighting perspective. We went over that. Couple other season stuff. Right now, I am in week 3. You can see my protector field's about to go. I think I'm at 27. Have to upgrade that to 27. Mummies got freed up. We are now have mummies live. Don't forget, when you get to this part of the season, you have to go back in. Mummies get freed up in season 6 at level 25. And that means you have to come in here and activate the mummy skill to summon mummies once your field gets to 25. So if you're out there listening to me right now and you go, oh shit, what am I? Yeah, that's right. Go activate your summon mummies because you're now available at 25. And I know you must be close to 25 out there if you're not. So be aware, level 25, you need to activate your summon mummies. Okay. And let's talk about that real quick. That means for all of you out there with season 6 on teams, be careful, folks. If you are holding spots now with mummies active, that means you need to keep your wall up or your shield on, one or the other. A lot of times you get out of kill event and you got your shield down because you're getting punted or whatever and you're holding a spot. If you can't last, make sure your shield is on. I don't care if it's a Wednesday. Don't care what day it is. If you are holding a spot or you are in the first, second, third row, you are incredibly important not to give up your spot. So be sure that you are using your shield when you're doing that, okay? And be aware during a fight, by the way, what you can connect, what you can protect, and what you can't for the mummies. On the flip side of this, don't just waste your mummy skill. Don't forget there's a 71.5-hour cooldown, which means you only want to use your mummies for Wednesdays and Saturdays. You want to claim those spots because those are the big ready fights that you're going to have. So when you're trying to get position, make sure you have your mummy ready. And be sure you are watching people. All of you. Watch who is letting their troops out. If they have 3 out, you are sending a mummy. They're only protected with their 4th. Go ahead and send the mummy. Now, and by the way, not in a VIP 18, okay? But go ahead and send the mummy out if the 3 are out. That's what you're waiting for. So try to mummy and do them, but use it at the right time based on that. And if you don't know what the right time is, ask your leadership, ask your R4, ask your R5 when they want you to use it or to instruct you to use it so that you don't waste it and just randomly use it for the team. Another team organized tactic that you should be using. All right. Got that. Check and check. All right. Let's go through our reset today, which is Builder's Day and our T11 day. So this is something that I just wanted to give everybody a preview of for season 6. We are 3 weeks in. And when I tell you there is a ton to do, there is a ton to do. So even at reset, when reset starts, I mean, you are just opening up stuff, right? So let's start here. You always have something up here that's a red dot you want to get. So move it up here. Sometimes you want to go in your goals. You may have something to open, your alliance tech. You may have something to claim. Be careful and watching out on this tab for anything that's available. Your faction tech. Don't forget to go in your faction tech and collect your mushrooms. Also, this destroyed by faction tab, these boxes are hidden. And oh my God, do you want to collect these boxes? They're incredibly good to push for mushrooms and for the what the hell is it? The spores. You want the spores and those mushrooms. They are in here in the faction tech, buried when you click in. Oh, they are buried was it in tech, I think? Wars, yeah. Faction tech, war spoils, and then destroyed by faction. So be careful to look for that. Don't miss out on those boxes. Get there and do that. War merit shop. You come in and reset and just buy whatever there is to buy. Buy, and buy. Oops. Buy it all. I have not had a problem so far. I bought every single thing every single day. Cleaned everything out that they've had to sell. No problem. This is the next one in the week. We're going to have this here. We'll have this one, and then we'll have, some more of these. It's just about done right there. Have had zero merit problems so far. Faction War rank. Go in and collect every day. You have a daily stipend. You have to come in and collect your daily stipend. Another thing you want to make sure you're doing. Season Pass is done. Probably if you have the Season Battle Pass, it's already done. You can just collect that. Hero Promotion. We're going to do this tomorrow or Wednesday. Wednesday reset. I will do Braz. I did not do Braz before. I had him and I was saving him to do, so I will do him on Hero Day so we can watch that. If you have the weekly pass, go ahead and claim that. Although at this point, you can really knock the pass off. You do not need it anymore. I told you that a couple weeks ago. Save your money. No real need to do this anymore. You'll be just fine without it. Don't bother spending the extra cake if you don't want to or have it. You're not missing out on anything there. So that is just the small piece to begin with. Then we're going to come in and undo our battle cards. I do this every time. Oops, where am I going? Shucks. We come in and do our tactic cards. Got to open these bad boys up and see where we're at. So 8 here to start. 1 here. Good. Okay. We are in week 3. Here I am. I'm almost completed to this boot card. I've already gone through this one time. I'm on my second trip through. Can you believe that already? Second trip through this? Incredible. Now, once I open up those cards, I want to check for duplicates. So, any duplicates here? I do these manually and look at them. Okay, so this is a duplicate. All right, this is a great duplicate. I just got a 1+1 card on the garrison duration. So I had defense and defending right here. I had 2.6. I did have that. But this is defending, and it's a +1, which means I can take this card from level 12 to level 13, which means I want this card over that one. I'm going to replace this card with this, the 1+1. And I'm going to sell this that was level 10. And now I have all my tactical. I'll just get this right back to 10. 10. Except it's no longer 10. Now it's automatically 11, which makes it stronger immediately. And I can get it to 13 now as I move 2 more levels. So that's a no-brainer. That's why I look at them individually. It's very easy to look at when it's 1+1. Because most of the time you're just going to take it to go up the levels. As you can see, even some of the cards that I've kept that I'm not moving, they're all 1+1, 1+1, 1+1, 1+2, 1+1, 1+1, 1+1, now 10+1, 1+3, and a 1+1. And I only have only one 1+3, by the way, out of all of this. So, also, resource cards. For the most part, you're not going to change from what you have. Anyway, but you want to look at them to see if the other card was better. All right, so we are done. Not a whole lot to sell there, and I'm 9.6. I'm just short. But I'll have enough when I kill zombies because every day you have to make sure this is 0 out of 20. You want to make sure this is 20 out of 20, which that'll put me over where I need to be. All right, so that will be our tactic cards. So you got to do those every single day. And multiple times a day, I'm constantly playing with those to lift the levels up. Now I go and look at my levels for my protector field. Like I told you, oh, not yet. Can't move that yet. And I think I just moved this. Yeah, I got 17 hours, but we have more. We have more that will get spores throughout the day as we get different things like captures or different things. I'll get other spores. Then don't forget, I still have to do Beneath the Ruins. I'm on stage 21. I didn't do yesterday 21, and I have to do 22, which means I'm 2.2 million mushrooms short. So let's see, can I do this? Sometimes I'm fast, sometimes not. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Good. You know, when you're doing on the PC, I don't know if you guys are, you have to do like small movements. I do wide movements all the time, and it takes me off the screen. And when I come off the screen, it doesn't work anymore with my mouse. I have such an easier time doing this on the phone. I know some people said they like to do it on the PC. I have it like mastered on the phone. It's so much easier. Just go like very slow and easy, and I'll do it fast. This mouse takes me, I do too wide of movements with this. It's very hard for me to even play Last War sometimes clicking around with this. I feel like the phone is so much easier to play the game, period. I don't know if you guys feel that way, but I take the hit for presentation purposes because I also feel like it's so much better to watch. If I was watching, I'd rather watch it from a PC perspective because you get full screen. And it's so much cleaner and looks better. But to play it, yeah, it's just better on your phone. Although map-wise, I suppose it's easier to track with the larger spot on your PC. Like if I was looking for things on the tablet or on the PC, it's a little bit easier to scan a map. But overall control, especially fighting, yeah. Still 17. Yeah, long way to go there. Okay. So then we got that. Plus you got all this now, and then on top of that, you have to watch, you have to figure out captures that you're going to have throughout the day. So we have 3 different captures that we need to do still. Alliance Store. What do I have left? Didn't have anything left in the Alliance Store. Alliance Tech. Still doing our Alliance Tech, by the way. We are on our way to completing that. Hopefully in the off season, this is something I didn't put for game improvements. But how far are you guys with Alliance Tech? Are you guys far in your Alliance? Like when you click on your Alliance Tech, are you far? I mean, we're really far. I don't know where. Like how many categories do you have left? A lot. I feel like any old Alliance at this point is all going to be very far along. Alliance Tech. But I don't know. Okay. Ammo Bonanza, easy for everybody. So just a quick reminder, quick, easy stuff. You guys know for Ammo Bonanza, always choose ore when you're doing it. Never choose anything else and have 700 bullets saved. Don't do it earlier. Don't think you're slick. Hey, Johnny did it for 654, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, why would you take the chance? Yeah, especially if you're free to play. If you're not going to spend, why are you taking a chance? Just save your 700 bullets. There's absolutely zero need to do any more than that. So save your bullets, people, please. 700, okay? Okay, drone training pass we talked about already. And, yes. And that's it. We have our Storm Arena this week. Go in. Don't really care if you win or lose. If you're eligible to play, just go in and get your rewards for it. don't really care any other way. And last thing I'll remind those folks who are doing Desert Storm, just a quick reminder for you, please do not use anything, speed ups, hospital, anything that you use during the season. Don't use it during Desert Storm, please. Hang on to all that stuff. There's no need for it. Just lose. War section 9s and 10s. What about your other section, Woo? Alliance section. What about your development? Are you almost done with that too? Because we're on 9, 6, and 7, and then we only have like 5 more to go, and they're all like shitty. Like there's nothing. I mean, coin protection, food protection, iron protection, and then who's crafting and doing any of this anymore? Not even doing any gear, so I don't even know what we're supposed to do with quick crafting and expert blacksmith. But all done. All done as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Okay, so that is all I have for you. I will be we'll do more. I don't think not sure about tomorrow from a show perspective for everybody. I will see if we're pop on for doing catch up on some of those account reviews or not. Maybe tomorrow, depending on how much war we have. And then on Wednesday, of course, we will be here, probably with Mike the Sage. Who knows? Maybe some Bun, but maybe somebody else. You never know the guest stars that pop up on a Wednesday. It's always a treat to have Mike the Sage in on Wednesday and go through all the cool stuff and the spreadsheets and everything for the coordinates list. So, all right. So with that, folks, thank you for joining us. You could have been anywhere on a Monday night, and you chose to be with us. And for that, I truly appreciate you and thank you. QB18, out.